Okay. Hey, everybody. We are here with some of my tribe sisters today. We have Bonnie and Amber and Kirsten here with us. We may have another one popping in shortly, but these are our tribe sister interviews where we're getting to share some of the stories of some of our members. And it's just fun for you guys to get to know them. It's fun for me to get to hear their stories and a little bit more about what they love about being a tribe sister. So I'm just going to start with some quick introductions and have Miss Bonnie start us off.
Okay. My name is Bonnie Osha, and I'm a retired school teacher. I got interested in trying to paint when I went to a Paint Your Pet night with friends at Paint with a Twist while I was in Florida for the winter. And I don't even have a pet, but I painted my daughter's pet, and it turned out so cute, and I loved it so much. I thought, I want to learn how to do this. So then COVID hit. So I looked online and I followed some videos for a while, and then I found Christy's ad for a jar full of sunshine. So that was my first painting with Christy, and that was in March of 2022. Later, I joined her Painting of the Month Club at the very end of that month in March of 2021 that was. And I've loved it. I loved it so much, but I wanted more. So I joined the tribe in April of 2022.
Just gives you a little taste.
Yeah.
But
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. So you've been a member since in tribe since April of 22, right? Is that what you said?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So just around a little over 2.5 years there.
Right.
That's awesome. All right, Amber, what about you?
Hi, I'm Amber Scott, and I live in Central Pennsylvania. I am an art teacher, and it's so nice to just paint for fun and learn from somebody else and not be the one teaching. And so I guess last fall, I saw an ad for Christie's The Sunflower workshop.
The fall sunflowers.
Yeah. And I was just like, that's what I want for my birthday, because my birthday's in October. So I was like,
awesome.
Yay, happy birthday to me. And I love sunflowers. So I did it and fell in love and just loved how you focus on the Lord and everything. So right after or during, I don't know, some point in the, I was like, I'm joining tribe. And I've been here ever since.
Awesome. And you have also been a Tribe Sister of the Month that we had earlier this year too. So Amber has been a very active part of the community as well. And we'll get more into what our community looks like and what our sisterhood looks like. But it's a pretty awesome group of ladies. And this is just 3 of the many that are in there. And next up we have Kirsten.
Hello, I am Kirsten Bear from Wausau, Wisconsin, and I'm a children's ministry director at my church. And I kind of got interested in painting. I've always loved to dabble with creative, crafty things. And I was part of a lettering club, and I think Christy was a guest artist on that club, and I liked her painting. And then I think Facebook book popped up with one of her special paintings of, I think it was the Funky Fall Flowers. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to join that. Had so much fun. And then when I saw that she put this beautiful Journey to the Manger painting up for Christmas, I just had to join. And I thought, well, I'll just do it for a couple of months. And I haven't been able to leave. I just love being part of Tribe. So I was just thinking, I think it's been like a year and 11 months I've been part of Tribe.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, we've got some 2.5 plus. You guys are all little variations of the last couple of years, but thank you for kind of sharing how you found me, and thanks Facebook for me popping up in your feed. So I'm glad you guys got to do those workshops. I love doing the workshops, and obviously I love painting flowers. I love every single one of you were like, I joined from a flower workshop, all different. But just to let everyone know, we paint more than flowers inside of Tribe, but those are our most popular workshops to share with people. So What would you say? And I'll just kind of open this up and let you guys kind of answer whenever you want to. What do you feel like, or maybe I will start with you, Kirsten, because you said, well, I was just going to do it for a couple of months. So what has being a tribe sister changed for you in your personal life?
Mhm.
What has made you want it to continue to be a part of your life
Mhm.
outside of just the painting part?
I would say there's a few reasons. One, I just love how it stretched me and also just taught me skills for painting. Like, I think I had skills for it, I just didn't know how to use them. And so I've now learned all about color mixing and how you blend. And then I've loved learning about how to use different media using the modeling paste and the gel mediums. And I have fallen in love with painting with texture. And so that's just really grown me as an artist. And then something I guess I didn't totally expect is just the online community that has developed by interacting. I don't get to go to the Zooms very often that we have paint Zooms because of my job, but when I have, it's been really fun to connect with the faces that I see in the feed all the time. And I just like the positivity to encourage one another, like just do your best and have fun. And painting has just been a really relaxing outlet too for me to just have quiet time with the Lord, to just be that thing that I can be refilled and have energy for all the other things in life.
I love that. I think it's like, I talk about it all the time, but like as women, we always kind of put ourselves at the bottom of the list. Everyone comes above us because we're servers and we're caretakers and, all the things. But I think it's so important for us to take that time to pour back into ourselves, to have time with God, to have time to slow down, because when we do, then we're better versions of ourselves for everyone else around us too. What about you, Amber? What do you think has, or what have you gotten the most out of Tribe, or what has changed for you personally in your journey?
Yeah. I would say it's probably very similar. Like taking the workshop, I had a taste of the community and everything, and a taste of just being able to paint with others and talk with others about art and everything. And it's the same in Tribe, but bigger. Like there's everybody's so positive and has great feedback and is always cheering you on. And I just love that. And I love that God is brought into it. Like there's so much out there about art being healing and beneficial and so on and so forth. And I don't feel there's as many Christian, art groups out there. So I love that we have that aspect too. And it's, yeah. And I work at a private school, so I don't have formal training in art. Like I've done it all my life. So I took and finishing up your master class, and I love getting the nitty gritty in it. And I'm able to take it and, relay it back to my students and all kinds of stuff. So I really,
I think that's
appreciate
awesome. I love that you bring the art to your kids too. Like you're doing it for you, but it kind of, again, overflows into your work life too. And we have another art teacher in the group. I can't think of her name off the top of my head. And she just posted the other day that she did like the Impasto fall birch trees with all her students, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And I was like, oh my gosh, it just makes me so happy. I love seeing it kind of like, just everyone, I just love that we all love art. And like you said, that there's a place that you can talk about it, because I don't know about you guys, but it's not like I am friends with other business women who are artists, but they don't live near me. We live all over the United States. I have no local friends that get to geek out with me over when I'm excited about a new painting technique that I try. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just fun to have a place to go where we all love the same thing and we're excited to talk about it. What about you, Miss Bonnie?
Well, I have loved learning so much from you, Christy. You have changed my life. I love painting so much now. I'm retired. I keep busy painting almost every afternoon, but it has brought so much joy to my life. I just never in a million years did I ever think I could make such beautiful art. In fact, I'm even selling art in a home, in a shop in
Yay.
town. I do craft fairs here, and I have a home in Florida for the winter. I do craft fairs there. Never in a million years did I
Oh,
ever think I would do that.
that's
It's
so
just,
awesome. I
it's
didn't know
just,
that.
it makes me so happy. I can't wait to
Yes,
see
and
you
so
this
well, like
weekend
you've
either.
got to feel proud. And I think, there's a lot of women who are going to be watching this who maybe were like you guys and hadn't painted before, or
Mhm.
maybe dabbled in it some, but like in their heads, they're thinking that's cool for them, but that'll never be me because I don't have that
Right.
experience. What would you guys say to them? Do they need experience before becoming a part of Tribe?
Not really. I keep telling my friends, you don't have to even be able to sketch. I never thought I could sketch
Mhm.
before.
Yeah, right. And I think that's like the biggest, I've been reading a lot about like the misbelief and the lies that we tell ourselves versus the truth. And I think like that's a big one, is like being creative, being artistic, calling yourself an artist. Like these are things that, women are scared to do or say because they're like, no, I just wasn't born with it. Like, because most people I meet, when I tell them what I do for a living, I'm like, I'm an artist and I'm a teacher. And they're like, oh, I can't draw a stick figure. Like, oh, you'd never be able to teach me how to paint. And I'm like, yes, I can. Come on over.
It's true.
But I think we all have, like I talk about this a lot in the group, but we were designed in God's image, and God is the original creator. And so if he's a creator, so are we. And I think for many of us, it's just having that help, uncovering those skills and teaching you those skill sets that you need so that you can learn and continue to grow. And I like hearing how like you're doing that and you're selling, or is anyone else selling or doing any paint parties with your work? You are too, Amber?
Mhm.
Oh, you both are. Okay, share.
Just on occasion, on occasion.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely share a lot of what I learn in Tribe with my students and stuff. Always talking about, you just mentioned the, that we're created in God's image. And just because I'll get kids at the school I work at, it's only 50 kids. So art is more of an afterthought, which is fine. I mean, that's, it's just a special. And so there's no real structure or organization to it. But so I'll get kids who are like, I can't even draw a stick figure, and I'm like, and the things I have learned and everything. And I take my iPad now and I can do the tracers for them, like I can make art accessible to them, and they get such pride in being able to look what I created, look what I made. And then paint party wise, I've only done so far 2 were fundraisers, but but it'll come, when the time is right. But I enjoy doing it for fundraisers. Like friends are like, oh, we're doing a silent online auction. Can you donate something? I was like, I'll do a paint party. Sure.
Yeah, that's awesome though. I mean, I think it's just a great way to, share your love for art. And, Bonnie, going back to what you were saying how much joy it brings you. And I think like that's so important. And we don't put enough emphasis on joy in our lives, and
Right.
whether that be bringing it into ours, but also pouring it out to others. And I just think there's such a huge ripple effect with like when you start infusing this joy and you start feeling this joy and it overflows out of you. And I mean, I think we can all agree the world needs a whole lot more of that than anything else right now. So, and, we've talked, a couple of you have mentioned like the positivity inside of the group. And for those of you that are watching this and you're not Tribe Sisters yet, I'm a little strict mama bear when it comes to protecting this group. And there is a no drama rule. There's no negativity. Like we guard and protect this group, and we want it to be a safe haven, and we want it to be a place where in this world of chaos that we're in sometimes, that when you come inside of the Tribe Sister group, that it's a peaceful and joyful place, that you leave that group feeling filled up instead of, bogged down even more. And that's kind of my goal with the group, is to give you guys a community. And we have over 1,200 women in the group. And, obviously some are more active than others, but you start building relationships with these other women in the group. And it's so exciting for me to see, because when I started this over 6 years ago, I had no idea that this is what it would turn into. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't envision that. I was just like, yeah, it's just like me teaching paint nights locally, but it's not at all. It's so much more than that. And you guys have become like such a huge part of my life. And, it's just a beautiful, I feel like, family that we have in our group.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What other questions did I have for you guys? Or if there's anything that you were just wanting to share, you can let me know that too. And then I'll ask a question afterwards.
I think I said it before. You just make everything really accessible. Making sure that, either it's accessible, but if you want to, be challenged, like, oh, okay, I'm not going to use the tracer. I'm going to try and, there's a whole range of ways of doing the pieces and of art. And you mentioned different techniques. You could do this way, or you could. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I do. And I think that's the fun part of art is, people always want like a definite answer. Tell me exactly what you do for every single painting. And I'm like, I don't paint like that. Like every painting I do is completely different. And I think there's different ways to get your end results. And I think that's important for you guys to also discover as artists too on your own, is now I can't remember, was it Kirsten who said you liked playing with the modeling paste? I can't remember which one of you said it now, but even like something like that, and I'm always like, once I get excited about something, then I love to share it with you guys. And it's just fun to experiment and see all the different things we can do with art.
And I really like that in the beginning, I needed to follow you step by step. But then as I grew as an artist, you gave us the freedom and encouragement, go make it a little bit your own, or go make some twists or turns into how you paint it. So that's been fun to now broaden my horizons.
And I love getting to watch you guys grow and learn too. So for those of you watching, there are all different levels of artists in our group, some who are completely brand new, some who have been painting for years, and then everything in between. But people always ask me like, well, what are your easiest paintings? And my answer is that's super hard for me, because I do feel like I break everything down in such a way that you can do any painting that we have in the Tribe Vault, as long as you are willing to put the time into it. Some are more time consuming than others, but it doesn't mean they're harder. And I think a lot of times people say things are hard just because they take longer. It's not harder. It's not more difficult. You just have more steps to take to get to the final result. But we have different tutorials for every level of artist. So we have super easy, just quick blending and make a pretty scene. Then we have, maybe something more intricate, even like the one behind me over here. There's a lot more detail inside that floral arrangement. But I want people who look at that and think there's no way I can ever paint that. What would you guys say to them?
Of course,
Step by step.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Yeah.
Yeah, trust the process. That's right. So
It'll be ugly at first.
I did a little homework before jumping on here with you guys, and I hope it's okay with you, but I wanted to share with the people watching some of what you have done inside of Tribe. So I went into the group and pulled you guys up so we could kind of share your journey with some of the ladies that are watching, because it's cool for them to like hear us talk and they're like, how do we know what they're really doing? So I'm gonna pull up our Facebook group, and I'm gonna start with Miss Bonnie here at the top.
Oh,
Okay.
fun.
So this is, Bonnie, we may have some repeats here, the way Facebook pulls this up,
Right.
but I basically can just pull Bonnie up by her name in the group and it will show me her artwork. How beautiful is her hummingbird?
With
I love
purple.
And then her American flag. And you can see here, these are some of her recent photos. So we were just talking about the one behind me. And this is Bonnie's beautiful version of that. So I love just getting to share these little, peeks and decide inside what you guys are creating. Here is our tulips. That was a really good job on this one too. And then Bonnie, tell us a little bit about these. I'm going to see if it'll show me when I'm scrolling. These bags.
Well, that was a guest artist. I forgot
And she's
her.
one of our tribe sisters, Vicky. Yeah.
Yes. And I just followed her video and painted them, and then I put my daughter's name on one and put different names on them, and I gave one to my daughter, one to my daughter-in-law for Valentine's Day, filled with candy and stuff. They loved it.
I love them. And that has been, I'm just going to keep scrolling while I'm talking to show off some of your artwork.
I just did that
Oh,
tractor
fun.
again yesterday.
Oh, did you? It's so good. But I love even stuff like that. I think people don't think about how you can use art to give gifts to people. And again, we talked about spreading the joy and love, and how art can really just brighten someone's day. And you never know when giving someone a little gift like that, or even we do a lot of postcard exchanges inside, card and postcard exchanges inside a tribe, because who doesn't love getting happy mail? Not a bill in the mail, not junk mail, but you open it and a hand painted card from someone. So, we do a lot of that inside a tribe. These are so pretty. I love this purple version of your palm trees.
Well,
too.
see, when I'm in Florida, I do more beachy stuff. And my friend has a purple bathroom, so I painted that for her.
I love it.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So fun to see. Okay, let's jump over to Kirsten, your newest one. Is it showing?
Okay.
Oh, hang on. No, never mind. Hold on. I gotta switch. I was just doing it on my tab and realized it wasn't sharing it over here. Okay, now we see it, right?
Yeah.
I love it. So tell them a little bit about this. This is something new that we've recently done.
Yeah, so Chrissy did a porch leaner with us, which was super fun to be able to have a fall decoration, as I'm really running out of wall space. I just went out to my garage and found a random board. It's a little short for a leaner, but I still love it. And it was just so fun to paint step by step.
I love that. Yeah, I decided I have been wanting to do a porch leaner for my own house for the last 4 falls, and every fall we're too busy and I never get it done. And I was like, I am doing it. I am making it this year. And I feel like this has been one of our most popular paintings over the last month. There have been so many tribe sisters doing the fall porch leaner, and some even doing paint parties with them too. This is a great way to, if you're wanting to make money with your artwork, doing something like this, especially fall, 4th quarter. Everything is all about arts and crafts, right? And people are doing booths and giving gifts. So it's a great way to use these tutorials to, sell and make money, in addition to doing some for yourself as well. Ooh, pretty watercolor too. Oh, I'm going to click big on this. This is one of our newest paintings too. This is the Impasto Fall Birch Trees. Did you have fun doing this one?
Yeah, if you notice the next picture, my kitten made it really fun. She stepped in the green and then stepped up in my lower dark color. So I had to do a lot of repainting.
That's so funny. She was over here on the left stepping in the trees, wasn't she?
Yep. If you look carefully in there, you can see where she stepped. It's like, no! There we go.
My gosh. Yeah, I have to keep my cats out of I keep a sliding door so they can't come in there, because they love to get up on the counter. This one's really pretty too. So this is, I'll explain this really quick. So you may see the hashtag tribe travel on Kirsten's posts. So we do challenges inside of the Tribe Sister group too. And these are really meant to stretch Tribe Sisters and push them out of their comfort zone and kind of do some different things that maybe they normally wouldn't pick. And we give them kind of like a game board and challenges for them to do over a span of time. And so this is one of her takeaways from that. She did. I'm going to just read your thing. Oh, actually, you just tell me while I'm reading it what you did.
Yeah, so I took a mashup of the Enchanted Pumpkin painting with one of the sunflower fall paintings and decided to make the pumpkin the vase, do the flowers, and then I had to do it with impasto style, so use modeling paste to put a lot of texture in there. So it took a lot of layers and coming back and forth to it as the layers dried. It was so fun.
That's beautiful.
Yes, I
It's
love
gorgeous.
that. It is so pretty. And I have never done a pumpkin with the flowers on top. So I love that you combined those two. So yeah, this is just her sharing some of her tribe travel from the contest that we did. We've got Monet's Garden here. And then tell me a little bit about this. This is from a trip?
So I went to Vienna, Austria, and saw this statue of Mozart, which is a photograph that had hung in my grandma's house when I was a little girl. So I was like, oh, this would be fun to try with watercolor. So I went for it.
Awesome.
As a postcard.
That.
As a postcard. Mm-hmm.
So fun. And the more impasto, you guys are going to hear us say that word a lot. If you hear impasto, that just means thick acrylic paint. It's thick-bodied paint, but I have also kind of become obsessed with it lately. I just love playing with it so much. So you will see several paintings of this style, but this is one I took home from my trip to Europe and was just so inspired when we were going up the Italian coast. You just saw this blue and white pattern and the lemons, and it's just such happy. I don't know why I love this painting so much. Just happy colors and simple,
Very fun.
Oh, this one's really good too. One of our beach scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And so we also paint on all different sizes. So you may notice as we're looking at their artwork, lots of different sizes of paintings too. So I don't always just paint on a 16 by 20. I like to play and do different things. And you'll also learn with me, I get bored with things easily, but I think part of that is being an artist. So I'm constantly changing what we're doing, and it's not the same old thing every single month. So every month is a completely new experience. Now let me go to Amber here. I love this post, Amber.
Oh, yeah, all of them.
Yeah, this is all of her paintings that she just did on the last challenge. I was wanting it to start. I'm going to try to start. Look at this. So what size is that one?
I don't know. Is that 16 by 20 or probably bigger?
Yeah, it looks a little
18
bigger.
by 24 or something like that. I don't know.
It looks really good. What was your favorite one that you did out of your challenge?
The trees, the aspen trees, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that one's pretty too.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh.
Those were from the beach. I did on my iPad, but
Yeah,
I
I was
really
just going to
enjoyed
ask
that one,
if
too.
that was on your iPad. That was cool. But it's fun to just be able to sketch wherever you go.
yes.
I love these. And did you like doing the impasto birches as well?
Oh my goodness, so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a fun project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're seeing all my tribe travel. That one was a fun one too. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that one was like, I feel like more of like a graphic style, like something like you'd see on like a t-shirt or something. So it's just fun to kind of play around with the different techniques. So this is a class that you taught. Was this one of the fundraisers?
It was, yeah. So it was a family, and the grandmother in the middle had won the auction and wanted to do it with her daughters and their kids. So
Awesome.
It was so fun, like to work. So I, for the little ones, I had already drawn it out for them. and then
Yeah.
I let the adults draw it out, and they had so much fun, and you could see they all had such different styles and everything.
Yeah,
So,
you can tell they're all happy too. Like that looks like a really fun paint party. And I love seeing like all the different versions, the kids versus the mom and dad, the moms. But it's
Cute. So cute.
fun to see. I just love seeing people do art together too. It just makes me happy.
Mhm.
Oh, these are really good. These were from another tribe sister, right?
correct. Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
from my tribe sister mail. Mhm.
So yeah, this is kind of an example. We do different things throughout the year. We do contests, and then we do like postcard. What do I want to call it? Tribe sister card swaps, where you sign up, and if you want to be a part of it, you can send your paintings to some of the other tribe sisters, and it's just a fun way to continue to share it. Look how good you did on this too.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I
I
was
love that.
recovering from surgery for that one. So I actually, that is only on my iPad. I had a lot of
Okay.
fun with that, but I do want to go
Yeah.
back and do it, on canvas too, because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, you did a really cool job. And I know, like, not until I clicked on it did I realize it was done on your iPad. I thought that was paint, but that's really
Oh.
cool.
Yay! That's what you want.
Well, that's so awesome. Thank you guys that was kind of a surprise to them. I didn't tell them I was going to share their artwork, but I was in there sneaking around and wanted to show off what they were doing too. So as we're wrapping up, do you have anything that you would like to say to any of the ladies watching that maybe if they're on the fence about becoming a tribe sister and they're debating and going back and forth, what would you share with them? I'll just let you guys take turns.
I would say just don't be afraid to jump in, because you are the best teacher in the world, and you take it step by step, and you make it so easy that anybody can paint with you. I mean, it's amazing. So don't be afraid, don't be
Thank
afraid
you.
to do
That's
it.
very sweet.
Yeah, I would agree totally. You're a great teacher, and everybody in Tribe's so nice. Like,
Right.
and there are several people who kind of just hang out in the background and do their artwork, and they're there. But eventually, you see them pop up, and they start sharing. So it's really cool. So if you're really nervous, you don't have to share if you're not ready. You share when you're ready. And it's just such a safe space and such a happy,
it is.
joyful space.
Yeah, I love that. And I do think, it can, and I do want to say this because, it's really easy to let comparison steal your joy.
Right.
And it's really easy. I mean, and I'm speaking to this as an artist myself, competing against other artists in the online space too. A lot of those women happen to be my very close friends, and we don't view it as competition. And we say community over competition. And that's the same way that it is in Tribe. But I also just want to even speak to that further, is like when you're comparing yourself, or if you're feeling intimidated and you might be looking at some of their stuff, or maybe women who have been painting for several years, and instead of it inspiring you, it defeats you, and you start feeling like, oh, I'll never do that, and mine's not as good as hers. I just want us to all be really careful. And we talk a lot about mindset inside of Tribe too, that you are on your own journey. You're on nobody else's journey but your own. Your art is your art. Mine is mine. Tamara's is Tamara's. Casey's is Casey's. And we all serve different people. And there's enough room in this big world for all of us without competition. And I think inside the group, I feel like it should inspire you, because most of these women started exactly where you were, feeling like they didn't have the skill sets to be able to do these things. And now they're accomplishing so much. And when they started, they were newbies, just like several of you watching this, and worried whether it would work for them or not. So let it inspire you, and don't feel like you have to have it perfect before you post your artwork. You will know as soon as you post your work, you're going to get inundated with love and support and encouragement. And it's going to make you want to do more, because you have such a positive, great place to come and share your progress. And if you're struggling, then your tribe sisters are going to come in and give you some words of encouragement on that front as well. So it's definitely not a come and show off how great you are kind of group. It's the opposite of that. It's a more of like, we're in this together and we're all learning and we're here to support and love on each other. Kirsten, what did you want to share? I'm sorry, you fell off and came back in. So
Yep, my computer just suddenly turned off. I'm like, okay, so I'm glad I'm back in. I missed what the last question
oh
was.
yeah, I was just saying if ladies here are watching, if they're on the fence about joining tribe, what would you say to them to encourage them, or from your point of view?
Just do it because you won't regret it. I
That's for
was on the
sure.
fence 'cause
Yeah.
like, oh, shit. It was like the cost. And then once I got in, the Lord provides, and
Yeah.
I just have loved the community and loved all the things I learned. It's just totally worth it.
Right.
Awesome.
You gotta do
Well,
it.
thank you, ladies, so much. I love getting to chat with you and see you at least on the computer screen if we can't be in person. So thank you guys so much. And for those of you watching this, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. And my team and I'm sure these ladies will let them know about the post, and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have from them as well. So thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.